So, where was I? Deuteronomy 28 and 43. I'll read it again. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh, thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. And so, all of these curses, all of this oppression, Gad out there on the reservations in the middle of nowhere, mistreated, massacred to the point of almost to the point of extinction. All of these are a sign of the curses upon you Israelites, man, you Gadites. All right, it says, and this is all because we went off. We went off from the Lord and started, like I said, worshiping the creature, worshiping other powers, spiritual adultery. That's what spiritual adultery is. Idolatry. All right. Worshiping other gods. Deuteronomy 20:46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Forever just means a long time. 47, because thou servest not the Lord, Yahweh thy power, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, and for the abundance of all things. All right. It says, verse 48, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And did that in particular to the southern kingdom, you so-called Negroes, when we came over here on slave ships in chattel slavery. Okay, so that's just that's showing that you Gadites, you're under the curses, just like the rest of the Israelites, you so-called Negroes and Latinos. This is what points to you being, one of the Lord's chosen people. Okay. I'm talking about a tribe. All right. We are as the sand of the sea. We're all over, man. We're in South America. We're scattered throughout all nations. Okay. But the concentration of Israelites would be on the fourth part of the world, which I went into, being the Americas. Okay. The new world, as it were. All right. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 7. And it reads, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Right. And again, that picture that I spoke about, Teddy Roosevelt on a horse with a Gadite on one side and a so-called Negro or a Judite on the other side. I mean, it doesn't get more spiritual than that, man. So the Lord said he has seen servants upon horses. Those servants are the so-called white man, the Edomites. Sitting up on horses, sitting up high, sitting up in in the control panel, basically ruling the world. Job 9:24. Esau is the end of the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. It says, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. So as you saw in that picture, you got the Gadites, the so-called Indian on one side and so-called Negro on the other side, walking beside this Edomite that's high up on a horse. When we're really supposed to be in the power seat. All right, because how does the scripture say? Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. The Lord loves Jacob, and the earth is was created for our sake, the Israelites' sake, for righteousness, not for wickedness. Esau is the wicked seed. All right, so one more scripture, and I'll close. This is Genesis 49:19, speaking on Gad again. All right. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him. Yeah, that's the American army, the cavalry. This is what happened, man. The chop Gad down, man, to very, very small numbers. So that troop, Esau's sword through the American army shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. So the Lord has something up his sleeve to where Gad, in the end, is going to prevail. All right. So yeah, that's all I got, man. Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teacher with well, and shalom to the elect. Shalom.